Waiting, waiting, and waiting.
Yep, yep.
You showing on your size? As always, my side is always slow. In the chat, anybody here in the chat can hear us? Please let us know because my internet has been acting up today. Um, so let me know in the chat if you guys can hear us. Please let us know. It's saying live on my end, but I don't have nothing here still on my.
It's show.
It's on?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's there.
And I
awesome.
can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, good, good.
Today. I don't have the chat, but
Yes,
that
yes.
certainly.
Yeah. Let me see. You're trying to get that stuff. I already see some people there in the chat. Larry, how you doing, my brother? Welcome in. I see Robert, welcome in. Raymond E. Town, welcome in, brother. Eric R.C. Patina, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Eric. We had a good time with Eric. What is it, Friday and Saturday out there at Action Fest West. We had an amazing time. Always awesome hanging out with Eric. It's been what, 3 weeks? That seems our last show, maybe a little bit more. Apologize for that. I got a little bit sick out there at California, and we came back, all that stuff. So it was lingering. So I was a little bit mentally and physically drained. Still feel like that. So I apologize for that, guy. So again, Eric, welcome in, brother. Um, we had a good time down there for our guys. I don't remember. I think we had 8 veterans down there at Action Fest West. Um, good time we had out there. Everybody making us, our guys, feel welcome. All of our guys that we had there, the new veterans that we had there, it was 3 new veterans and their kids. We got two a couple other veterans. They brought their sons. One was 8, the other one was 7. They had an amazing time down there. And like always, everybody making our guys feel comfortable first time at an event like that, so they had a very, very, very good time there. The kids enjoyed it the whole time. They run all over the place. So like always, the people down there in West always making us feel so welcome. Huge shout out to Horizon, everybody there, Axial, that took care of us. Art, the Rock Pirates RC, family like always feeding us. Miss Kate, feeding us every day, making sure all our guys were fed. So we are very grateful, all of them always taking care of us. It was an amazing event. The people always moving the bar right up on the support that we get from them. The auctions on the raffles, especially the last day out there, they went through the roof. They went crazy, crazy, crazy. Very grateful, all of them and the people, all our sponsors that make that happen, helping us take care of those veterans and take them there to that event. It was awesome, awesome. Um, right after that, let me show some pictures of that before we go to Trevor. That was special guest here. He's part of the family. Been here,
Woohoo!
comes here with that maybe like 3 or 4 years. Been hanging
Yeah.
out with us. So let me get some of these pictures here so we could talk our guys here. Um, let me show this right here. While I get these pictures too, we had our VA outing this past Friday with the VA hospital here in Florida. And I don't know, last a couple of weeks ago was our Sergeant Major Jeremy Kilborn. He had the outing with the VA hospital down in Maryland. They had an amazing time. This past Friday, we had a lot of new veterans, first timers coming out with us. Uh, a few of them from the Vietnam era. We had 3 of them from the Vietnam era. I love that, talking to the old timers and hanging out with them. Always enjoy that. That was this past Friday, and then this Saturday coming up, we got our O11C outing coming up for us here on our area here. So this is one of the times. There's a couple of our kids here that were spending time with us out there in Action Fest, Rob's Resort. Shout out to all our sponsors again, Horizon, Axial, everybody. Reef, that was down there, MIP, Rock Parts, of course, Hobby Win, all those guys out there taking care of us. We had an amazing time down there. This is some of the raffle winners. We did daily raffles at the end of the day out there with Horizon. Some beautiful, man. So it was some amazing bundles, man. The first 2 days we got what was it? The pro kits. They had some pro kits there. The sponsors send us systems. So we had Reef Servos, we had Hobby Wings All-in-One, Proline tires, somebody that were donated to us. One of them by Eric R.C. Patina was donated to us. And then another one, it was a last year winner that one of the guys painted a amazing body. He donated back. That's the one I have here on my hand. And it was donated back to us by the person who won it last year, never used it, put it on the concourse this year, this one right here. And then he donated back for us to put a raffle, and then he donated the wheels and tires as well that were matching that beautiful body they did. And so it was awesome. Yeah, I donated those wheels on some J Concept tires, Robert, just to let you know, we got some J Concept tires there on that package. This is the body that Eric Arcipatina donated to us. And then, so that's that beautiful body right there. Some of the stuff, some of our guys. Oh, Dennis. Man, I was able to amazing job, Dennis. I didn't say when we are there in California, guys, a lot of people try to reach out to me. There's no signal at all. So, but man, we had an amazing job, Dennis, with this body. Everybody liked it, and the build that Adam Dean spent time with all the guys that I was spending time out there, and I was able to do a trail run with Adam. Our guys 559 car. That's Jared, our captain, out there from the California. He's the head representative for the California chapter. He was there testing that built. So he was the first one who scratched the body. No, he didn't. So that was me right there. Huge shout out, man, to Bill and Dooley, man. Recon G6 guys that spend the time doing those trails, guys, and all the guys from Horizon always, the first one in, the last one out every day. But those trails that Bill and Dooley did every year out on the guys from oh my God, the Scale West that were part did some builds, did some trails out there. Helio did some builds out there on those trails. It was amazing. They did an amazing job on those trails so for us to have fun. Guys, this is Dan, one of our newest veteran inductee that we inducted last year in California. Navy veteran. Awesome. I love enjoying the time that we spent with them. He did those tumblers. He did an amazing job, and they went quick, guys. They went quick. So he did an amazing job with those tumblers. Good guy. Then we had an amazing time. Those are the new shirts for the California chapter. I guess this license plates. I guess not. There were some. There was the state license plate back in the 1960s, late 1960s. They came back again, and then our guys there from California utilized them like similar to it. Then they put our O11C logo on it. So those went quick. Those went quick, and the hats and whatnot. there's some other stuff that we got there, and Dan did. I don't know who's that dude there on that booth. Some stranger there with a shirt there. So talking to our the people that come and visit us, but we had a good time out there. This is Joseph and his kid and some of the stuff. That's Matt and his son as well. We got TJ from Horizon on the other side there. So that's all, guys. That's we had an amazing time, and thank you all our guys um that that join us, and we had an amazing time down there, and all the guys from California again, always making it feel so comfortable, and welcome to our guys. Apologize, I haven't seen the chat. There, somebody came in, and I see Psycho, 13 Garage, welcome in, brother. Casey, welcome in. Dwayne, welcome in. Appreciate it. JDRC, welcome in. Heavy TV, welcome in, brother. Russell, Juan Lacos, Gary, Moose, welcome in, brother. That's Not Scale RC podcast. Welcome in, brother. Good to have you. Good to have you here, man. Thank you, Tony's Lanyards by Tony. Welcome in. Thank you, Different Customs. Welcome in, guys. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming and joining us. So that's what we got going on, guys. Oh, also I forgot something. That was something happened when I came back from the mountains. Huge shout out to Tom Allen from RC Forward Drive. We spent time with Tom on Monday before I flew back to Florida. So Jared and Lonzo and myself, we went to RC Forward Drive down there, warehouse on location, and we spent the morning there with Tom and hanging out and all that stuff. So I appreciate Tom and RC Forward Drive for making us feel welcome as well. So we had an amazing time on that. And then Tim, what else, guys, before we go to Trevor, anything else that I forgot to mention? I just want to welcome one of our newest sponsors, Tony Lanyards by Tony. Appreciate it, brother. Always supporting us behind the scenes and all that stuff. So we got some stuff coming from Tony. They're gonna be part of our induction ceremonies coming up. We had 7 induction ceremonies. So we got 7 induction ceremonies coming on this Saturday. Looking forward for that. So we're gonna have a good time this Saturday. I think that's it, guys. Also, oh, we got a Crawl for Hope. A Crawl for Hope is this Saturday as well down on West Coast. Make sure to join that event. I'll show a flyer of that event as well. That's gonna be happening on this Saturday coming up. So, other than that, that's it. Let's go with Trevor, man. I apologize for taking. I could talk for a minute, Trevor.
You're fine, man. I'm listening to you. It's good. You got to get all your information out and all your thanks.
Yes, appreciate it. Oh, something that I forgot to mention. I see somebody commenting. I cannot comment right now. Somebody we got an email there. Huge shout out to Logan, right? He did an amazing build. And that raffle that he is working on. He will be doing that raffle sometime this week. He may put a video out this Thursday, coming up, to select the winner, with the winner. So stay tuned for that. Logan did the build, he did the raffle, so he's gonna be doing all that. And we're very grateful to all the sponsors that were part of that build. And Logan West Desert Wheeler, he built that to his liking, to it, that way that he do his steps. So that winner will be drawn this week. And again, on Thursday he may have a video going out with the winner. Also stay tuned for that. And when we get that, when we'll see that, we're gonna be sharing as well on social media. I forgot to mention that. So Trevor, how you doing, bro? How's everybody?
Good, man. Sorry, I must be yawning a lot. I can see myself because I'm watching comments and stuff. It's the first time I've set up my computer so I can see everybody and what's going on. And I'm watching myself yawn a lot. I guess I'm pretty tired. I've
I
been
know
exhausted.
I know you guys been working hard on those trails and whatnot coming up this weekend, man. How's that process since you guys starting doing those trails and getting ready for this event this year, brother? How's it been?
Well, yeah. So for Ledgestock, it's not as bad as Shred the Ledge because Shred the Ledge, you have to build all the trails. Where we're going is basically a campground with an off-road park. So the trails basically are there. We just got to go mark the flags, for everybody to run. But we have a lot of different things that we do for Ledgestock, a lot of different events. So it's a lot of setup the day of. So, but it's not. I got a big group around me now, so it's not as tedious as it used to be.
Mm, that's good, good.
Yeah.
I see there. Let's talk about the dates of the people that we got here in the chat. What are the dates before we start gonna before we talk about the location and whatnot?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's August 8th to the 11th.
August 8th through 11th, and the
Yeah.
location is the same one as last year. I have a link
Yep.
here that we're gonna be posting as well here.
Yeah, Harrisville, New Hampshire at Field and Forest Rec Park. Yeah.
Sweet. I'm trying to get here, copy this link so I could put it here on the chat, guys. If anybody wants any information on it, please go to the, oh, it's not taking this one. I put there also a link to the, we pin it to the top, the website for Ledgestock, guys.
Yeah.
So you will have that. And also you could go there to event. Apparently it's not taking this one from the Facebook. But it's there on top. Ledgestock.com, and you go to events and you will see that this year's event out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, what can we expect for this year different from last year? Anything new, Trevor, that you want to mention to our guys here?
Yeah, so this year we've got the same staple events we've been doing, which are the 12 mega trucks, sled pulls, rock crawling, rally racing, dirt drags, mega truck TTC, monster truck freestyle. This year, different things we've added are side games, things that aren't necessarily bringing you an award or a prize, but they're fun to play. Came up with a game called Mosh Pit. Basically, you have four RCs on each side of a stadium, and you have to get to the other side of the stadium where everybody starts, kind of like a what's the word? Twisted Metal video
Mhm,
game.
mhm.
So you basically got to get your four to their side and your four to their side, and you can, bump each other, hit each other. You can get them out of the ring. It's a big wrestling match for RCs. That's new. Then we have like parades. We're doing a parade. We're doing a Jeep Jamboree, a Toyota Jamboree. We're doing a Chevy night run, like Chevy body trucks only. We're just kind of getting more people involved in other ways other than the competition settings that we have.
That is so. I see this year Ledgestock presented by RC Forward Drive. Big
Yeah,
shout out to them.
heck yeah. Yeah.
I'm
We
surprised you said sled puller without stuttering. So,
without puking, you mean? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody loves sled pulls. I'm whatever about it. Last year was the first year that I didn't have to run the event. Everybody's like took the clipboard out of my hands and said go sit down, and they ran the event. And I actually enjoyed watching the sled pulls. Because it's a different vibe when you're just not running it and you're sitting back and laughing with your friends and
Yeah.
seeing, not taking bets, but bet who can go, what that truck will do when they line up on the sled. So, but yeah, it's always been a boring event for me to judge.
Going to see here some of the vendors, Trevor, that you have here: Shift RC, Crawler Court RC, Adventure RC, Club RC, RC Excitement, GCM Custom, and more to be announced, right?
Yeah, I that basically is all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 873 trailers. John Sullivan, he's going to be set up a booth there as well. I've had some people. Sweet Valley RC is going to set up a booth as well. And I think that's it. I mean, there might be some people who set up like little selling booths. I'm allowing that in Vendor Row where they have everything for sale and they want to put it out on display. Yeah. So.
So all the stuff and set up like vendors, I apologize, like food trucks. Are we gonna have some um food trucks down there, or what's going on?
Yeah, no food trucks this year. I've been talking to a lot of different people about it, and not a lot of our guys have expressed interest in having food trucks there
Gotcha.
because we're at a campground. We're all preparing to eat for a week, feeding
Yep.
ourselves. And they're thinking that, because we do a lot of fundraisers every year, a lot of people are like, that will just take away from the fundraisers, So like
Yep.
we're buying food and trying to support them because most food trucks want you to pay them to be there, then they got to meet a minimum amount, and if they don't meet that minimum, you got to kick it,
Yeah.
And I'm not a big company. I'm just a dude trying to get all my
Yep.
friends together to have fun.
Yep.
So we don't do that, but every Thursday night my team RCEC does the Thursday night barbecue, right? So
Nice.
we put it out. We've been doing pig roasts every year for Thursday night. This year we're doing something different. We're doing a smoker with a bunch of pork, beef, chicken, just kind of spread out. And my nephew Colton is going to be doing that, and he's really excited. The smoker's parked in the yard. It's as big as a car, so I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
So who's gonna make sure that Trevor gets his snacks? Who's gonna make sure? Who's the job? Who got the job for that?
I don't know. I think there's a group of people who have discussed this on their own, because they always say, as long as Trevor's fed, as long as Trevor's fed. Yeah, I think everybody knows that I gotta eat. Yeah. My mom comes with me every year, right? And she's been poking at me a little bit. She's like, so should I bring like a box of Snickers with me? Or you gonna be okay, So I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. I just know now that I can call somebody and be like, can you take over for a little while before I freak out?
But that's awesome. You mentioned earlier that you have the team that you got helping you out has grown, right? And it's making it a little bit easier for you, right? To work on all that stuff.
Yeah, my team has been awesome. The last year they really kind of stepped up in a way that I couldn't argue with, because most of the time I'm like, no, I got it, no, I got it, and they let me go. But I've been getting burnt out, at the end of each day. So now they've taken over a lot of the stuff. I've got guys running the competition, and they're setting up the next events. I got guys building courses, and setting things up. I have guys now judging multiple events now, where I can actually sit back and watch an event or two, which I'm really happy about. That is going to make the event that much better for
Yes.
everybody involved, because it's not just one dude trying to answer, hundreds of people's questions in a day. So it's been great. My team is awesome. I love them all.
That's awesome. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Go ahead, John. Go
yeah.
ahead, Sean.
No, I was gonna say, like, yeah, one thing.
Oh, Sean is breaking up.
Yeah.
About that. Okay. But there's one thing I really appreciate about Ledgestock, though, is if you miss an event at Ledgestock, you're either deaf or you can't read. Because every event is posted first thing in the morning. Like, first thing in the morning, there's a big board put out with all events posted. And then before that event is posted, it's announced, it's called out, and I called out to it. So, like, anybody says, oh, I go to these events and I missed that and I missed that. If you miss one at Ledgestock, you're actually like, you should be in the process of elimination. Like, so
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we try and do our best to communicate when the events happen. My mom, we got a big whiteboard, and the first thing she does in the morning, she writes Thursday, and she writes down every event and the time they're scheduled for. Sometimes we move, it out an hour if an event takes too long, because we try and get everybody to do all the events that they want to do, give them that option. So the longest running event we have by far is the comp side of the thing, which is what we do Thursday morning. And that is a physically and emotionally draining event because you have, hundreds of dudes lined up and all you see is cars for hours, RCs, and you're doing 10 gates, 10 gates, move, 10 gates, 10 gates, move, but they're a well-oiled machine and things have been going better each year. But yeah, I appreciate that. We do our best to make it known. I have a microphone and a PA system, and I get right on that and let everybody know, hey, let's go. So if you miss it, it's your fault.
Yeah, it definitely, it is absolutely your fault if you miss it, because it's like, that's one thing I really appreciate about Ledgestock. It's really organized that way. Like, you go to a lot of these events and you end up missing events because you have no clue like when event is, and they're like, well, you should be checking this. Well, how's it up? We don't get reception out here, and that's one real good thing with Ledgestock. Everything is it's well run that way. The only thing I will say, you need boxes of Kleenex for all them comp guys. So. Is that right, Josh? All them crybaby comp guys.
Well, we gotta appeal to all the crybabies, sled pull crybabies, comp babies, all of you. The scale babies. Yeah, this year we're adding sheets that were given to everybody when they arrive with the full schedule on it. So if they'll have it on the whiteboard announced and on a piece of paper handed to them when they first arrive. So everything's covered in that aspect.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Out there we got Nathan in the chat. Nathan is in vacation with his wife. He took some time here. He said, Trevor, you're awesome. You have an amazing vision for the hobby.
Axle twisters, right?
Yeah, that's Axel
Yeah.
Twister. RC, that's
All right.
Nathan.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Enjoy your vacation, Nathan. Don't get in trouble, bro.
Yeah. What are you doing on here? Get out of here.
Don't get in trouble, Nate.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like him. He's always shooting me messages here, about my New England Trophy Series events and talking about that and wondering, just always asking questions about it. And he's always complimentary. And
yes,
he's one of the true gems in the hobby.
yes,
like
brother. Well said, Trevor. And Nathan, a lot of people don't know behind the scenes, Nathan is the one who makes all the shows, talk to all the vendors, sponsors, all the people that we have. So huge shout out to Nathan, man, amazing, and keeps me he tries to keep me in check. So much love for Nathan, man. Much love for Nathan and hardworking, man, always working a lot behind the scenes. Much love, Nate.
And that's one thing I will say. If I lived in the Northeast, anybody that lives in the Northeast and is not involved in the net is actually just. If I lived in the Northeast, I'd be at every net event without a doubt. But
Yeah,
I travel too much to get into them.
You're right.
Yeah.
This year,
it's one of.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
like the Nets event is one of the closest you'll get that. Like, you see all these camel trophy things over, like, coming from Europe, coming from everywhere. And like the Nets event is the closest thing you'll get to one of them camel trophy events, like, without a doubt. It's an awesome event.
Yeah.
Is Sean connecting to us from Ireland?
Yeah, he's in Ireland right now. Yeah.
No, well, I'm in my car. I'm on my home away from home. I'll be at my hotel in about 10 minutes, so I'll call back in from the hotel.
Yeah, because you're breaking up a lot, Sean.
I'll call back in about 10 minutes.
Okay, bro.
All right, no problem.
We'll see you in a few. Mike Daniels says Trevor made me get a scale truck for this year.
Yeah, it's funny. He's one of those guys that's been coming to the events, and he's always got, his monstrosity Traxxas with an 8-wheel Traxxas pulling machine. he's always got these big, awesome trucks, and then he's like, send me a picture one day. He's like, I hate you. And it's a scale truck. I was like, woo! Win for the little guy.
That is awesome, man. It's so much stuff you can do in this hobby, right? Oh, we lost. I think we lost Dan. Somebody.
I'll be back in a few. I gotta go pick the kids up from work. It's storming outside.
Go ahead, Sanjay. Be
All right,
safe, bro.
Sarge.
Be safe.
Safe.
That's so much stuff you can do in this hobby, man. Take advantage of it in a positive way, right?
Yeah.
And it's so much stuff that is out there. So many people had incredible talent, man, to do these builds and all this stuff, and gives the opportunity for veterans like us, right, that trying to look for something to purpose or whatnot, that have so many talents outside the hobby, never been in a hobby like myself. Dan, they just came here, and a huge shout out to Dan. Dan is one of our newest inductees. Welcome, Dan. He has an amazing talent and a lot of good ideas, and he's basically new to the hobby, Trevor. He's been, how long you been in hobby, Dan? Maybe 6-7 months, brother?
I think March.
March. He
Yes.
just came in 100 miles per hour. Uh, he became part of our organization a few months ago, right? We did his induction down there in Apple Valley, and he got a couple of RTRs and whatnot. And then I don't have a 110 scale, so right. Then Mr. Dan said, okay, I'm gonna want to get a kit. So he got a pro kit for his first build. And
Oh, wow.
so I was
Yeah.
waiting. Okay, Dan, hey, we're here for you, Dan. Let us know. I think I even talked to Josh. Hey, Josh, we got one of the guys. He may need help building it, right? I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe an hour, a day and a half after that. Oh, it's already the build.
Pretty much.
So how was that, Dan? How was that, man?
It was good. It was good to see all the parts that are associated with building it. And I already knew from the beginning what upgrades I would like. I wanted a micro servo for my Switch, so it would change the gear.
Yep. 2-speed.
2-speed. And
Yeah.
I found Reef's micro servo with a steel, what do you call that? I don't even know my parts yet.
The
Servo arm?
horn.
The servo
You're
arm,
not
the
talking
horn.
2-speed. You're talking the overdrive for the
Yes, overdrive.
SCX10 Pro,
Oh,
right?
okay. There you
Yeah.
go.
So it got worn really fast. So after upgrading that, I'm all set. I've been all set doing maintenance on it. It's been fun.
And it was awesome, right? Now that we're talking to Dan, if you give us opportunity, Trevor, it's the first time being with us, right? In an event. How was that for you, Dan? Hanging out with us at that event. How was everything for you?
So it was a little overwhelming in the beginning, but eventually I think the next day I kind of eased into it. I started singing. Because I was so happy to be there. I don't know why, but just everybody helping each other out and then showcasing what we have and what we have to offer.
Right. I was talking to the guys before the show that you did an amazing job with those tumblers and the stuff that you 3D printed, because that's what he does on his side, right? All this stuff. He did an amazing job. So a lot of people don't know about Dan. Dan is a Navy veteran, right? Dan.
Yes.
And I think this is the first time in many years that you were away from home, right? And that was
About 5 years.
5 years, overwhelming, and it was packed, that event, and with strangers in a way, right? And he don't, right, and like to be out there with a lot of people and talking to all that. So it was so humbling, right, when he came in, and the next day, like he was singing, and what we're gonna do, how all this stuff. That's what makes those outings so special. And I think with the last day, we had Dan talking all the way until maybe 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Hanging out with Dan, all that stuff. A huge shout out to Lonzo. Joseph and Matt, all the guys out there that we were just having a good time, man. How then people were with us right then to make us feel so welcome, make it easier for
It was
you,
fantastic.
hopefully,
Yeah.
right?
I did not expect that to be so humbled, like ever. That was the first time, and it brought me, broke my shell, I guess. It's
Yes, and
been, yeah.
and that's why we're so grateful of this hobby, right? What we were talking about earlier, Trevor, how the hobby can be so positive, especially us veterans struggling with PTSD, some of the conditions that make that transition, especially being in an event of this magnitude and that many people around. You know what I'm saying? And make them so easy for us as a veteran with our conditions to mingle and feel more comfortable. So that's why we love the hobby so much, and it means a lot to us, you know. So
Yeah. We have a big brotherhood here as well. Like that's kind of my positive force, I would say. That's what's most important to me in the hobby is having that connection,
yeah,
not being bigger than the hobby, if that makes sense.
yes,
I like bringing people in, especially new people, and showing them the ropes because you know how the internet can be
yeah,
overwhelming and hateful when you're trying to just ask a simple question, you
same,
know. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that, and I know you guys push that forward as well. That's why I
yes.
really enjoy you guys too, of course.
And that is why, especially in our group, because our what our nonprofit is all about. That's why, especially our private group, that is what we push down as family oriented, all this stuff. And most of us are new to the hobby. There's no stupid question. So we always, everybody asks a question. You gotta put that in your mindset that most of these guys are new to the hobby. So there's no stupid question. We're here to ask and answer any question for those guys. But yes, definitely well said there, Trevor, on that. So we just gotta keep it positive, man, and help people out. Every event that we went out there, even out there, we had a setup, and Dan witnessed that O11C when we do our setup, we have a table separate to help people out. Whoever breaks in or whatnot, come sit down, and that's why we buy a lot of beverages, all that stuff. It was hot out there.
Mm.
So we just want to keep that positivity in the hobby and help people out. It doesn't matter you're veteran or not. You come to our booth, we're gonna treat you like one of the brothers. So yeah, man. Let me see here. I see Doug. Welcome in, brother. Good to have you here. Dana, welcome in, brother. 907 Arctic. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. We miss anybody that come in. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by, hanging out with us. We're talking to Trevor, talking about Ledgestock 2024, that amazing event. So,
Yeah.
yes. So, what else, Trevor? What else we want to tell the people what to expect? Registration is, I'm assuming registration is closed, or what's going on with?
Yeah, registration is still open, but
Okay,
pre-registration is closed. So it's
okay,
just bad. It just went up $20 from the pre-reg price, and people can show up and pay to come in as well. Um, new for me, like I'm going to be taking a step back in 2025 from the events that I do. The only two events I'm going to do are the New England Trophy Series and Ledgestock. This year I've done more events than I've ever done before. I think I'm upwards to like 20 events
well,
from February to now, and that's not including events that I've gone to, to attend. Once Ledgestock is done, I have one more New England Trophy Series event, and then I got a Top Truck Challenge that I'm doing in September, and then I'm done for the year. I probably won't look at another RC for a couple of months, but I am just gonna take a step back, and I'm gonna get back into more RCing for myself. I
yes,
want to start going to events. When I first started doing this in Vermont, there was nothing, zero, nada for RC events. So we created, a scene, so to speak. And as we grew, we got to meet more people in other states doing stuff. And this year, in the 10 years that I've been doing this, there are so many places doing events around us now
Yes.
that I can take a step back and allow other people's growth, if that makes sense. So we're not
Yes.
fighting over the same weekends is basically what it boils down to. Because
Yeah.
our season is shorter than most because we live on the East Coast and it
Yeah.
snows and it ice rain and all the things. So with that, I'll be able to start racing RCs again. That was what really drew me back into RCs. And I took a break from it just because I had a family. And then I started
Yeah.
off-roading. And then I got back into crawling with RCs. And now that, you know, everyone around me is starting to build racetracks. So I want to start racing again. I enjoy racing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a step back from crawling. I'm just going to add to the fun with racing, you know, much to my wife's dismay. But that's the plan for sure.
That's awesome. I know you mentioned, and let me ask you this question, but before that, Christian Patton, he's one of our boys from Rock Pirates RC.
Yeah.
Well, talking about one of those people that had the patience for our new guys, Trevor, that we were talking to help people out.
Hmm.
Christian always take the time with our veterans, and they have so many questions, right? New to the hobby,
Yeah.
help them out, help them set up the rigs, how to do all that stuff. Beside how busy their booth are throughout the event, and always
Mhm.
Christian and then the RC, the Rock Pirate family, always taking their time and to explain and talk to our guys. So we're very grateful for Christian is there on the chat, man. Much love for you, brother. Much love. I know you mentioned, Trevor, last time we had you there that you were gonna slow down on the events and you were gonna take some time to go some to go some other events that I'm talking about the events that you do, right?
Mhm.
Minimizing them, and then you're gonna start going to other events. I'm looking forward for that, brother.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can see you in person and somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hang out and it's a lot of people don't understand. It's a lot of work for what you do, right?
Mhm.
Getting events set up, all that stuff. It takes away from a lot from your family, all the time, all
Yeah.
that stuff. But all the love that you put in for us to have fun, man. And we're very
Yeah.
grateful. It is physically and mentally draining, and some people don't understand, man. Especially, I understand you guys. And again, you guys are the first one, especially when you do this type of event, first one in, the last one out every day throughout the duration of this event. So I'm very grateful for you guys, man. Because every time I come back to an event, I got to disconnect myself because I'm hurting, like I said, mental and physically drained. So hats off to you, brother. And
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is a lot of work for an event of this magnitude for me, because you know, not that I'm a perfectionist, but I'm a control freak, and I like to have things done in a certain way in a certain time frame. So when people offer help, right, you're like, all right, cool. So you're going to handle that, and they're like, yeah, and then like 2 days before the event, I'm like, oh, I forgot. What do you mean you forgot? You know, so there's some frustrations that come along with that.
yes,
But I think this is the most tedious and draining event uh, to run because it is 4 days, you know, and it takes, you know, I start planning, you know, probably 2 weeks after the event's done. I start planning for the 2025 version of it, you know,
yeah,
because there are so many steps into planning something, you know, this big, and to make sure everything runs right and make sure you follow up with everything you do and how you do it. You know, it is a lot of work, and I appreciate the accolades. And you know, you mentioned going to other events. I've been to many events this year. That's what has added on to the busy schedule. But next year, I have two events that I'm going to try and get to, or one of the two. It's either going to be Frolapalooza or Proline by the Fire. Those are
nah.
on my list, and we'll see how work and my event schedules line up with everything.
Bro, you're gonna enjoy Pronoun by the Fire, you know.
Yeah.
It's not scale stuff, just to let you know, the crawling side of it,
Oh, I
that's
know. Yeah, yeah.
but you're gonna enjoy it. That's one of my favorites event is because where is it's located at and how much crawling you can crawl there. You got thousands of lines and all the way up on that mountain. It's just amazing, amazing, bro.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Christian, yeah, that's Joseph. EA Supreme, that's Joseph, brother. Um, Eric, I saw your comment earlier, brother. Yeah, I will get back to you with that stuff there. I really appreciate you, man. I haven't forgot just a lot of stuff going on. And we are in a very, very, very busy time. Uh, that's where we are right now. Sean, I know you have some questions, some stuff that you want to, or you were talking about Ledgestock earlier that we couldn't hear you
Oh,
there.
when I was breaking up earlier, when you said I was in Ireland still, like, yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm just talking about it, that just like about a good thing about Ledgestock, like it's limited to a certain amount of people. So every year it's like a close knit. Every year the family just it's the same like close knit family in it, and every year a couple more people drop out and a couple of new people pop in, like and it's just that's the awesome thing about it. It's like it's not like one of them events you go and it's so spread out. You get a lot like everybody just meets, talks, makes everybody feel welcome, like and they just come in like and you're going around Ledgestown. That's crazy, Ledgestown. Like so that's and everybody knows I hate Tamiya cars, but Trevor does one of the best Tamiya rallies you'll ever go watch. Like last year's one was insane. The one through the woods last year, like when they went
Yeah.
through the campgrounds and through the woods. Like, see, like this. So this is one of the reasons that drives me crazy with Tamiya. Look at that beautiful golf body, that everything, and look at them big stupid 4 pins sticking right up out of it, and 4 posts.
And you know why he painted green, right? That's that pickle looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like so they cut it. They made this really nice golf body, and then they stick 4 big body pins right up out of it. Like, it's just like, come on, to me. Maybe, hopefully, the new guy, the young guy that's like only in his 30s, that's taking over this end of this month. He takes over for Tamiya. The old guy is retired, so hopefully the new guy that's in his 30s like brings some of the stuff up to modern days. Still
That,
keep
Yeah.
the like, because they got some of the coolest body, just I don't know, they're like still using Phillips head screws, body posts sticking up out of things. It's like, come
Sean,
on, yeah.
I think Tamiya is sabotaging your internet again. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
He
probably
just
that
cut
time
out a
of
little
night.
bit. Yeah.
It's
but
probably that time of night in the hotel where all the men are getting home from work. So
keep it PG. Josh, that's an awesome build right there, bro. That's an awesome build right there, bro.
Yeah, one of the Phillips head
Turn that
screws
one
came.
quickly.
One of the Phillips head screws came loose on the speed run a little earlier, so I had to
It
cut it
is.
short.
Don't give more material for Sean to talk about that.
No, but I
I'll be
hope the
right
new
back.
guy, I hope the younger, because if the young guy, he's only like in his early 30s. So I hope he takes over and like still keeps Tamiya what Tamiya is, but modernizes some of the processes that they have for them. Like,
Especially with a lot of these companies now that got the clipless body or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's more scale to the, to
Yeah.
the.
It's like, don't get me wrong, like I still have my Tamiya Tundra, the high lift, but I RC 4-wheel drive it out. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, RC 4-wheel drive used to do an R1 transmission. It was just like everything all. So I like use the R1, so nothing sticks out under the bottom of the ton or the high lift.
Yeah.
Like I put RC 4-wheel drive like axles on it, and that thing. Like you'll never beat that Toyota body that they made for that high lift. Like there's not another body out there like it for it. Like. No.
What's up? It said, Doc says Sean spilled pickle juice on his keyboard. Yeah, probably that's what it is.
Oh, that's Doug. There we go. Top heavy paid crews out of the game.
THP, baby.
Yeah. That's it. So that Javier, that's actually Doug that donated he actually won it at Trevor's raffle last year, and
Okay.
he donated the Vanquish for the bill that we donated, or we raffled off a few weeks ago.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's Doug that actually, like, he wanted and just donated it right away for him, like, and that's one amazing thing about Ledgestock, like, the generosity at that place is like, honestly, it's second to none. It's like just everybody is just, it's insane. Like, it just blows my mind, the generosity of the people that's in that place. Like,
Yes, definitely. All this raffle, all this stuff that we do, all this stuff that Trevor, all these people at this event do, are there for O11C is what keeps O11C going. Our weekly outing, monthly outings, all that stuff, taking veterans to those events. So thank you, Doc, man, because that raffle that we did, that's why we were able to take some of those veterans to Action Fest Badlands and Action Fest California. Action Fest Badlands, we took around 34, 38 members between veterans and family members, and it's all you guys' effort. Down there in California is a little bit different because all the way up on the mountain, there's no lodging nearby, so we gotta rent campers. It's only well the men, but we had a good time. We were able to take 8 of our guys down there. And it's like, excuse me, like Sean mentioned earlier, Trevor, like in your event, that's the only event and site that I go that we got to stay on site. And after the event is over, it's just start talking and mingling with all the other people and knowing them better. And then we doing to the barbecues, like the rock pirates always feeding us, and we just spend that time with them. So that's when you start knowing more, though, or one-on-one with those conversation with more of the RC community brothers and sisters. So I love that. I love those type of events.
and one good thing about Ledgestock, because you camp on the grounds as well, the trails never close. Like, you could be like getting ready to go to bed, and there's people actually walking into the woods that start trailing.
So
Like,
that's what happened to Sean and BTC. He thought he was in Ledgestock and they closed everything.
I know, I got locked in. I beat the creek.
Yeah,
They locked all the gates in one section. Like, I got completely locked in. I was like, wait, what happened here? I went to drive out, all the gates were locked everywhere. I was like, wait, what happened?
He
Like,
said,
Yeah.
"Hey, where's Trevor? Oh, hold on. I'm not in
yeah,
Ledgestock."
yeah.
yeah.
Colton Rushford, welcome in, brother. Good to have you.
That's
Colton.
my nephew. He's the one doing the smoker I was telling you about.
Doing the grilling.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
Kevin sent me a photo of the pile of dirt. Crazy gonna miss that pile of dirt this year, even like
Yeah.
June. So
All fresh, all loom, no rocks.
yeah, he sent me a photo of it there. Like, it's pretty awesome. So Trevor's got there's a construction side there as well in it too. So you get the construction equipment going.
That's what Sean, Sean, he's like everything else is dusty now. He said no shell queens, but he got like 20 shell queens now.
I know, yeah.
So
Like,
he got
the construction equipment is everywhere. I actually just figured out that's what I was waiting on coming in. So I actually figured out that trailer right now, the swing trailer. I actually figured out how I can open and close it by remote. So when I'm just driving in, and thanks to RC 4-wheel drive, like their new remote, the new one that they came out with, like the 0.20, awesome. Like, it connects straight to. You connect it straight to like a 3S battery, 2S battery, or anything. You don't need all them other, like the new one they have is awesome. And that's it. That's it there, like that little thing. So that's what will control the trailer. So just that, plug the battery into the trailer, and then this will control the actuators and makes the trailer open and close.
Sean
Right.
would have go crazy out there in the RC 4-wheel drive warehouse.
Oh my goodness, I know, yeah.
That's the only thing I know. He would have gone crazy down there.
Mhm.
Shout out to Tom. So Colton says, Trevor said, packing and building, getting ready to leave tomorrow. Got all the meat ready. Gonna be a good meal.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we're all, there's a few of us rolling down there tomorrow for Tuesday setup, so we can be all set up. So when everybody starts arriving Wednesday, we have, all all the things in place and ready to go. So when they arrive, it runs smoothly ish. Yeah.
Let me see here. I've been posting, guys. I post the Facebook page. I post also the Instagram right there on the chat. And like I mentioned earlier, we had the link on top for ledgestock.com, guys. So you could click on it and whatnot, and you can see all the events and all that stuff. The rules, the rules apply for all the events or different they're different.
Yeah, the rules are on ledgestock.com. We only get really crazy with the rules for certain events because people will go off the rails if we let them. But for the most part, everything is pretty basic on rules with a lot of the other events. Like our sled poles are 3 or 4 classes, like 1, 9, 2, 2, unlimited, and we're going to do 2-wheel drive Traxxas sled pulls this year. Monster trucks, pretty simple. Got to have a monster truck. It's got to have monster truck tires, not mega truck tires. Um, you know, um, Simple things like that, where everybody, can show up with 1 or 2 trucks and they can run, multiple events without issues.
Sweet. That's how we're going through that. I know we mentioned this. Let me show this so people can see it. Also here, Trevor, this is right here. It got the information and the location area, some of the stuff that you mentioned earlier on the competition, the different kind of events. So all this stuff, it starts when you mentioned start on the 8th?
Thursday. Yeah, it
Thursday.
starts Thursday. Yep. Thursday at 8 a.m. we do a drivers meeting, and that's when tech starts for the competition. Yep. And then after that, the schedule of the events are right there for everyone to see. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Welcome, Kurt. Appreciate it, Kurt. I saw Milka. We got a O11C social worker in the house. Welcome, Milka. I said Gary asking a question. Anyone had any experience with the axial? What is that? Which one is that? Axial RBX10, guys. Is that me?
Is that the Rift?
Is that the Gary? Is that the Rift? Let us know there in the chat. I just saw that question, brother.
Yeah, I think that is the Rift.
Yeah. I see some of our guys. I know some of our guys had.
Yeah, that's the Rift.
Okay. So yeah, I know some of our guys have Rift. I don't know if they're here in the chat. But we have some of our guys. I know our Sergeant Major and Matt. They have some Rift there. So on that. So if anybody there in the chat can help them out, please do so. On that. I want to mention again, guys, talking about that raffle that Logan West Desert Wheeler is doing for us. Very grateful to all the sponsors, all the stuff. Oh, that's nice. Look, hold on a second. What's that? What you got going on there, brother?
This is something
that is cool
that my friend Buck Henry made for me 2 years ago when I started Nets. So he cleaned out a whole Hot Wheels thing, painted it with the logo we were using at the time. And here, let me zoom in on the Land Rover.
Yeah,
It's got the logo on the
freaking awesome, bro.
Yeah, he painted that. And when you flip it around, it's all the actual Hot Wheels Land Rover information. Yeah. It's down in my man cave, and I was like, you know what? I haven't shown that off. Let me see if the guys would be interested in that. So yeah, cool. D90 canoe, the whole
that
thing.
That is freaking awesome. It even has the RCEC on the canoe. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Like,
Yeah, he did a great job with that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just trying to show it off while you were talking.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
I forgot.
I threw you right off. I apologize, man.
No,
ADHD.
You were going to show the giveaway build.
Oh, well, yes, because I have some questions, because they've been getting some questions that we may be answering later on. The raffle for West Desert Wheeler, guys. He's gonna select the winner. sometime this week he may post a video on Thursday with the winner or whatnot. So stay tuned for that. If you guys follow West Desert Wheeler, Logan, who did that amazing build, just check him out. As soon as we see that video coming out, we're gonna start sharing it for you guys, so you guys can see the winner and whatnot. So, and thank you to everybody that helped support that build that Logan did and all the sponsor for that. I just want to get that out there. Anybody was asking, had any questions on that? Let me see here. Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
No, I was trying to get that question out for Gary on that rift. Yes, the rift.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
that. So I know I don't know. I know some issues. Some people having issues with it when it first came out or whatnot. Don't quote me on that. But again, I know some of our guys had experience with that, Gary, but they're not here at this in the chat here or here in this panel.
The biggest
Yeah,
issue.
the only riffs I've seen. Yeah, go ahead, Dennis.
The biggest issue with the Rift when they first came out was the diff. They would either strip the gears out real fast, or you would break the axle on the front right at the lower link,
Okay.
or the rear axle would snap at the trailing arm.
I was gonna say pretty much the same stuff. That's what I've seen on them, and all the ones that I've seen like recently already had all that stuff replaced and fixed up. So
Oh, it was
after that, they were beasts. After that, they were crazy.
Yeah, that's what I heard about a lot of the stuff. There were I guess too much power out there.
Yeah.
Out the box when
Yep,
it came.
that's the weakest point for the chassis. The other weakest point would be the servo for the electronics.
Okay.
They wear out real fast. The servo savers just can't handle that much weight on it.
Okay.
And the kits come with the sway bar, the RTRs do not.
Oh.
They also come with the diff lockers rather than just having just either gears and then having to purchase the lockers.
Gary says, "Okay, so stick with the SCX 10."
Yeah. For crawling,
Totally.
yes.
Yeah, they're little tanks, man. Take a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends what you want, bro. What you want, what you're trying to get out of hobby. Sometimes some other stuff is a headache, you know. But it's part of it, man. It's part of it. Some stuff that that you need to upgrade while you're learning, especially with a new rig. Never had that, especially that power. That's a rock bouncer, you know. So that one's, you know, it has some good power out there. And some people put those crazy like Mamba axes with the heat motors on that stuff. You got to put a lot of torque, a lot of power into it. So something's gonna snap.
The RTR just on 4S alone is ridiculous.
Wild.
I've got it and I ran it on 4S and I had to put it down.
Yeah, I ran mine on 4S once. It's been on 3S every time since.
And that's actually a hugely popular event with you, Trevor. That the rock bounce, that track you do up through there, and that course for it is perfect for it, man. That was just designed for that, like so.
Yeah, that's a dedicated spot that Bob gave us at Field and Forest. He's the owner, and he allows us to build rock bouncing courses on this huge 2-rock meeting point, so you can bounce the rocks, like the coolest part off the rock onto the other rock, and then it's a whole step up system basically. But yeah, we do unlimited and then we do true. Like that's my thing. So like what I call true bouncers are the metal cage ones where you purposely weld a cage or you get one made, you know, and that's the true bouncer. And the unlimited bouncer is like your riffs, bombers, wraiths, plastic cage bouncers. And we do unlimited in the day and we do true at night under the lights. So it's pitch black. You got lights on everywhere. It's one of the most popular spectator events we have.
Yeah, definitely the night run, like that night one when it's lit up with the lights around it. It is awesome. And I will say, whoever wins at Nets this year, like I'm not going to say too much, but oh my God, them trophies
Oh, aren't they beautiful?
Holy crap, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So my friend Kevin Sims, rather, it's not Smith. Wow. Kevin Sims. Last year he wanted to start, or actually, yeah, it was last year, welding the trophies for first place, right?
Right.
So he started making these awesome trophies out of, blown pistons and metal and all these things, and Nick and Doug won the first one at Ledgestock. They got these huge, awesome trophies, and everybody thought it was awesome. And he's been making them. And this year, he's kind of went in a different direction, and they look so good.
Oh
I'm
my
really
God,
excited.
they're awesome, the ones he made this year. Like, it's like nuts.
Heavy TV saying rock bouncing and mega trucks.
Yeah, those are my favorite. Mega Trucks is my favorite. I love watching that. It's a TTC, so we have a big mud bog that they have to go through, like a big bounty hole, so to speak. They get two shots at it, one way, one the other way. Then we do a what we call time trials. It's like 10 gates up through a nasty section of trail that the real buggies use, off-road buggies use. And then the last one I usually make the decision based on the weather and the way that the ground looks, but we'll do head-to-head racing, or we'll do sled pulls, or we'll do hill climb, or we'll do big air as the final event. So yeah.
Man, that sounds fun.
Oh, it's
For
so much fun.
for the people, Trevor, never been there. What kind of terrain they're expecting out there? For people for new people have been there for the first time. Or are planning to go there for the first time.
Wet.
Tie your shoelaces, or you might lose your shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say he almost lost his shoe. Yeah, I heard about that story. Yeah,
Yeah, you
so
might as well
Field
go
Force.
barefoot at that point.
Exactly, as some guys do actually. It's pretty wild. It's a lot of mud, a lot of rocks, a lot of dirt. And it's if we get rain, if they have a heavy rain season, you can expect a lot of water and mud.
Okay.
But for what we do, for the majority of our events are not out in the woods, because sled pulls are on ground, like on a dirt drags are on dirt, monster trucks are in the back parking lot, or what they call section 8, which is grass and dirt. The only time you really get muddy or you get into that stuff is if you're doing the New England Trophy Series, obviously mega trucks, because you're supposed to go in the mud, and a little bit of the competition that we do on Thursday because of where everything is, and depending on if it's raining or not, you'll be in mud, just because that's the nature of where we are.
Sweet out there. You mentioned that, so we're expecting I'm assuming there's a little bit of humidity out there. The weather type humid out there, or how very
Yeah,
humid?
yeah, it's East Coast, Northeast, and it that listen, every year is different, if I'm being honest with you.
Yep, yep.
Tuesday, my friend Tony and I, one Tuesday went down, and we had to literally tie our tents to our trucks because a tornado came through and blew down a bunch of stuff, right? Then the next year it was so hot, no relief whatsoever. And then, the following year it's rain and it's nice, and then it's humid. It's just going to be wet. I would prepare for wetness. No matter what, sun or rain, you're going to be moist. Yeah.
Bring anything for every climate out there possible. So just
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So talking about weather, prayers for the our guys here in Florida, especially there at the golf course, man. They were in the path of that storm/hurricane. I know that
Yeah.
there was a lot of tornado warnings from tornado watch out there. So hope at least all of our guys from O11C reach out back, and then they're okay. So waiting some other people and whatnot. So hope everybody is okay in that path of that hurricane yesterday and today. So on that. And
I got my surfboard ready. I'm good. I'm gonna tie some ropes to some gators and just go for a ride. Let's
I
go.
was concerned about
You're
Rob.
allergic to all that, Robert.
I
Yes.
am. I am.
You're
That's why,
allergic to all that.
If I'm going out, I'm going out with style.
so that's why I text Robert last night. I said, Robert, you okay? Do I need to go rescue you, bro? Is anything okay? I'm ready. I'm
My
ready.
hero.
He is
Uh,
actually going to get like a gallon bucket of Benadryl.
yes, that's what I did. I had it. I still have it on my pickup truck. I gotta get it out. Hold on a second.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. So, man, that's awesome, man. Out there, hopefully, the people that go there, like always, every year, they're always having a blast down there, at Ledgestock, man. Again, trying to see here, what else we can show the guys here.
One thing I wanna say, this year is our 10th year of doing events, so it's been kind of a big year, and that's kind of why we've been going big.
Mhm.
This year is the most ever registered that we've had at 130, and I know
Wow.
that may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot for us in our little group, so I'm pretty excited for that, and I want to say thank you to everyone who's signed up for coming to Ledgestock and being a part of what we're doing. Everyone new. I hope you have fun. It's going to be exciting, and just embrace the culture when you arrive, and you will have a great time.
Yes, yes. And on the people out there, trail etiquette, make sure that you take advantage of those trails, and make sure that the people that come in behind you, right, are gonna have the same fun that you had passing those trails. Just be
Yeah.
mindful of that. Here's Let's Talk 2024. He had the website, guys, that we have a link to the chat there. We have a pin to the chat to the top. So I'm assuming this is pictures from last year or this year.
Yep. It's multiple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
here,
a little right
guys,
up there.
you will go to everything right here. There's a welcoming and explaining about the event, right, Trevor?
Yep. Yep.
We have here the pricing and all that stuff throughout those days.
Yep.
So make sure to read through all this stuff, guys. The
Mhm.
rules, basic information here, the dates. And this is accurate, right?
Yep.
Trevor, these
Yep.
are
Yep. Yep.
so started here on Thursday, right?
Yep.
Start 8 a.m. All this stuff, and then you have
Yeah.
all the schedule.
Yep. That's everything. Yeah. Multiple classes. If you see a time and there's different names underneath it, that's just at the same time. That's what they're running.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I see here, New England, England Trophy Series. That's the one that Sean love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or used to, and now he's in construction stuff. So
Yeah. True. True.
Toyota Trail Ride, Jeep
Yep.
Jamboree, all that stuff. That's awesome. Rally X, Pro Rally X,
Yep.
Trophy Truck, and Parade at 5 o'clock. That's awesome. The
Yeah.
parade at 5 p.m. All that.
Yeah.
Oh, barbecue time, pickle
Yeah,
time.
baby. Yeah. Highlight it.
Highlight it. Make sure to get that fried pickle for Sean, Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get him a smoked pickle. There we go.
There you
Beer,
go.
beer battered pickle, huh?
Yeah.
So we got Friday also. We got some of the other stuff, guys. Go through all this stuff. And then the last days Saturday, 9 a.m. day 3. And
Yep.
then on Sunday is award and prizes.
Yep.
So awesome. And we got some of the sponsors and people, all that stuff, and for this event.
Mhm.
Excuse me, guys. So awesome, man. Awesome stuff here, Trevor.
Thanks. Also, I just want to do a little shameless plugging, if that's all right.
Go ahead, bro.
I started a podcast. It's called I don't know if I can get it. We'll
Hold
it
on,
up there.
let me present you there real quick.
Yeah. It's
move it
that's
back a
not
little bit. Move it back a little bit. See, no, that's gonna. What's the name
It's
of
a-
it?
Yeah, tell
That's
it
not
down that way. That's
tilt
not
it.
scale.
There you go. There you go. Right there.
Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Yeah. That's not scale RC podcast.
Nice.
You can get a lot of information of what we do at that as well. Is it lined up good? I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
good.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been a project that I'm very serious about. I've had a lot of guests already. And we run on Spotify, so but you can get it on iTunes or any other RC or not RC, wow. Podcast, streaming podcast.
Okay.
And you can I lost train of thought. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a podcast all about RCs. I have multiple guests. I talk to a lot of different people so far, and I love it. And I just want you guys to know about it, and maybe you guys get one of you guys on there as well, because I'd love to talk to you guys about it and have you be a part of what we're doing, because I feel like this is a great way, a great conversation, because we
Yeah.
talk about competition, we talk
Yes.
about drifting. We're going to have Chris Donovan on. We're going to talk to Dan from Sorka. We talked to Jeremy from WRCCA. Talked to Ray, who does rally racing in New York City. We just have multitudes of people from different RC backgrounds, and so I would love for people to check that out.
I'm here. I want to make sure this is the right one. I see it on Facebook. This is the one, brother.
Loading. Yep, that's the one.
Awesome, awesome. So make sure, guys, this is on Facebook, guys, so you could follow. We just did the follow him here. For for Trevor, and trying to follow that right there, and has all this stuff here. Oh, I see there some of the last episode that you had, brother.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Some awesome stuff. So make sure,
Thanks.
guys, that you follow this here for Trevor. I always enjoy listening to this RC podcast and have fun and whatnot, especially when you are working on some rigs, so
Yeah.
do some
Yes. A lot
rigs
of
and whatnot, listening
yeah, a
to it.
lot of I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of people say when I'm working on a car, or an RC, I put that on. So I like that too. It's been great because I've learned a lot. I've had conversations with people I've never met before. It's been great to learn about them and what they do in the hobby, and how they're growing their scene, so to speak.
I love
That's
that.
who. Yeah, you can see in the chat, I've made a couple comments under it. I just
Okay.
started this YouTube page, so there's
Okay.
nothing on it, because some people are asking me to put it on YouTube, but Spotify and YouTube aren't working right now, so I'm just
Okay.
probably gonna have to upload every episode on my own, which is fine. But I'll get that started soon.
And Carlton says, and one-to-one wheeling talk as well.
Yeah, we had Bob from Field and Forest talk about all the events that he does there. Humble Pie. He has the X Rock series show up there. I'm going to be a part of one of the off-roading events in September there. We had a guy. I can't think of his name, but we talk real off-roading as well. So I kind of just combine them. Hopefully going to get Eric Miller on here. We've been talking, trying to set up a time. We're really trying to get after it, and keep this a good platform for people to check out.
Talking about one-to-one wheeling, man, we went 2 years ago out there in Utah, St. George Hurricane area, where they do Trail Heroes and all that stuff. Cody Money and all them people that for Sky RC, they did an event for us, and to raise money for O11C, and we took some veterans out there, man. The last day they took us one-to-one, Trevor.
Yeah.
All the way up to the mountains. So crazy Jeeps, Capra looking rigs. Oh my God. And we had an amazing time. Our veterans and family members, we went all the way to the top, and it was so awesome. I mentioned this a million times here, but they have like at the bottom of the mountain engraved on the mountain of World War I. So you drive a few miles up, and then you see another World War II goes all the way to the top until Iraq and Afghanistan, and they have like a memorial for all the fallen, the war, the veterans and the military, all that stuff. You got
That's cool.
big old American flag, and it opens up, and then you see Zion National Park, all that. It was just
Nah,
incredible time.
that's beautiful.
They doing that event for us again this year, this November. Looking forward to be out there because I really enjoy that. That was my first time one-to-one crawling, and
Nice.
we were like this, right?
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
up, we were like this. Okay. Oh, see, we see a line. I don't damn line. I just see a wall. But yeah, we got
All I
it.
see is air.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. So,
is the ones back at your place this year again, Trevor, too? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Part of the fundraiser, you mean?
Yeah. So you can actually do on, like as Trevor said earlier, it's the whole of Ledgestock's built on a 1-to-1 course. Like, so they do actually have 1-to-1s there. We can actually go out on the course as well. Like, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Trevor take
We
you out
can.
in his Suzuki, you know?
Yeah. Yep. The Suzuki. Yeah. No. Yeah. The guys. Ben Murray gets a group of guys together, and they give donation rides, like real 1-to-1 rides. So we got like you say, the Capra buggies. We have a couple of those there too, and they bring you out onto this park, and they give you that authentic off-roading experience. And you can, you go out and watch, and you see people who've never wheeled before, and they're death gripping their 5-point harness, and their eyes are this big. They're like, "We're going up that? Yeah, hold on."
that was my wife at the beginning of that. We're going up. She was like this, holding to everything.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
halfway through the mountain, she didn't want to get out. She was, oh,
yeah.
Didn't Sean? I think they took Sean last year, right? Sean,
The year before that, yeah, last year. I went out last year with them too as well. I went out in the one that was like, it started off as a Toyota. It's nothing like a Toyota. That one. That was pretty cool. Then last year they had the Jeep, that big massive Jeep they had last year, the real high raised Jeep.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mega truck.
Yeah, the big massive
Had the
Jeep.
tractor tires on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That is awesome. Heavy TV said the donation rides are a must do activity down there.
Yeah, they are for sure.
Out there. That's so awesome, man. So awesome.
I have a question for Sergeant Jay. Can you show me that white truck behind you on the second shelf?
Okay, let me
Oh, you want to see the Mojave 4S?
Yeah, because I see the 8th scale. I want to see what's underneath it.
That's the Mojave
Yeah.
4S. She's been through a lot.
Okay.
But she's holding strong.
Nice.
Duct tape and everything.
Yeah. And who makes that?
Just recently
Arma?
took it out.
Arma.
Yep.
Arma.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
Yeah.
It's one of the toughest trucks they've ever built.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Hands,
Did you
hands
replace
down.
that
I
arm?
put it
It
through its
looks
paces.
clean.
Which
Yeah.
which one?
The right
one.
one.
I
The right
I
one.
clean my trucks after I run them all the time
Oh,
though too.
okay.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That right one looks a bit newer than the rest though.
Yeah.
One of them is though. One of them
Oh,
actually
okay.
is, but
Yeah.
I think it might
That's
be
a
that
nice
one.
Yeah, that's a nice
yeah.
looking truck, man. Thanks for showing me.
They're cool.
I couldn't see it on the phone, but I kept looking on the screen on the computer, and I was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I don't know what that is." I'm gonna ask him. So.
That
Then the little brother.
Oh yeah.
This is the little, basically like an 18th scale, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
18th maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think
They're
of that?
fun.
I've heard some people talking
it's
about
amazing.
that one.
It's amazing. It's a cool little truck. I already got it on 2S.
Is that 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive?
It's 4-wheel drive.
Sick.
Wow.
It's just basically a little tiny version of it. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. That's awesome.
Take care.
Well, thank you for showing me, man.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for stopping by, Cindy. That Mojave, I have the other one, the bigger one. I love this one, of my favorite, and I had good thing about the 4S and the Grum as well. That
Get
tiny
the body off real quick. Show you guys what I did to it.
Let me present you again, Jay. Go ahead, Sar.
All right, so I took a reedy system out of a Reflex 14 buggy and threw that in there. So I got it all set up. Got about 34, 35 miles per hour out of it now versus like maybe 20 stock.
Wow.
But yeah, she runs great.
Drive shafts are steel?
Very fun. Yeah, it's got a metal drive shaft in it.
Wow, I didn't know
And
that.
then what I did is when I bought it, since I had to drive like almost 2 hours to go to the hobby shop to pick it up, they had some upgrade parts. So I got I got these. I think there's CVDs up in the front,
Yeah.
and then the dog bones are still in the rear, but I did rear hubs, and then the spindles in the front, and then I think that's all I did as far as upgrades on this one. Oh, the spindles didn't fit this one, so I threw them on the Typhon drum. They
Oh,
fit up
okay.
perfect because they didn't have one that like was specifically for this truck yet.
So you got the
Oh yeah.
Typhon as well?
Oh yeah.
Those are
I want
nice.
to have the whole ground line. So
Those are
I'm
nice,
gonna go
man.
get the
Those
whole
are
ground
nice.
line.
Yeah.
This was his year of
Typhon
no
is
new
cool.
RCs, and he's bought more
Oh
than
yeah.
last year.
Yep. So it goes.
Moon over Miami, welcome in, brother. Good to have you here. Chris, hello from Salinas Valley Scalers. Welcome in, brother. Nice.
There goes the Typhon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All stock though, other than the
Yeah.
spindles up in the front. But yeah, she's a little beast too. Very fun to
Nice.
drive. Cool on the little track. We have a little track locally here that the church basically offered us the land behind the church to build a track for the
Nice.
community to use. So we go out
That's
there and we
great.
call it the church track.
Sick.
Those the remote comes also like the 110 scales one that got the 50 50 75 and 100
Yeah, you still have all three. So you got 100, 75, and 50 on there. Just your standard little SLT2. I just put a little duct tape on there because I got too many of these trucks. But
but that good stuff for a
mark them up.
youngster to start with, you know.
Oh yeah, the kids, man, they love it.
Yeah.
We go out and do backyard bashing in the backyard and I got two sets of ramps that I set up.
That's awesome.
We just jump them.
And
That's awesome, man.
and they move awesome, right? They handle like the big ones on the air.
Yep, they handle really good.
Yeah. That's what I love about those. I was very impressed with. I got the what's it, XRB, whatever, the big one. And its handles in the air. It's crazy how manageable it is on the air.
Oh, he's talking about one of the EXBs?
The EXB. That's what
You
I
get the
got.
Kraton or the Outcast and Notorious.
I got the same one you have. The
Typhon, or are you talking about the Mojave?
The Mojave. I got the Mojave.
Mojave EXB? Nice. That's a good build.
EXB Black Edition. That's one of my favorite. And they take a beating, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Tough.
Richard,
when I post videos, everybody's always talking about how tough they are.
Yeah, they are. They are. So I guess it's almost that time. I just want to real quick before we go to the final comments from Trevor. Jake, welcome in, brother. How you doing, man?
He's been so quiet.
Right?
I know, the ninja.
It's our ninja. That's our ninja,
It's
Trevor.
the Canadian ninja.
Yeah.
The Canadian ninja.
How was so Jake is one of our O11C guys down in Canada. He was at the GCM event. How was that event there this past weekend, brother?
It was awesome and incredibly hot. Was a lot of open fields, so no shade. I think it was like 93, 94. So something I'm not used to, I guess.
And also Jerome, one of our other guys from O11C Canada was there as well, right?
Yeah, we went on a night run together and hung out by they had like a big fire pit where everyone hung out at night. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of like crawling, obviously, but they had like on-road racing, off-road racing. There was some boats in the pond. What else was there? Truck pulls. It was pretty awesome.
And Chris took his time to go to the trails this time, and so he had a good time out there on the trails.
Yeah, he did. I didn't really catch up with him too much, but I did run into Chad from True North RC.
Awesome.
He's really stoked that he got a shirt.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hopefully they will have that event again next year.
Apparently they're already talking about it, so it's gonna happen again. But I think next year they're trying to make it bigger. So
sweet. That's awesome that we got those events down there. north of us, there are our brothers there from Canada. So I'm looking forward for that next year, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We're expecting, we're working on having that setup, O11C Canada setup, soon. So we cannot wait for that. I guess Curse RC, the commercials are out of control tonight. What is going on there, man? Are you serious? I hate that. I don't know. They changed some stuff because they make you select. I just select the minimum, the one recommend. I guess they're going crazy tonight. I hate that, man. Awesome. Thank you for GCM out there and our Canadian brothers out there for making that event on there, man. So cool. You were out there with the family there with your son as well, right, Jake?
Yeah, I was up there with my son and then Rich and his brother. I think Rich is in the chat actually. Richard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all baked in the sun together.
Yeah, I saw you guys did some night runs as well.
Yeah, that's the only time we can stay cool. So it was yeah, even just sitting at night you were sweating. So it was stupid hot. But overall the event was really good.
Why the hell would this ads skip ads? Geez, Louise, man. Robert, one of our veterans there, Sanjay has a Sanjay is not there. There's a question there for Sanjay. One of our brothers there.
What you got for me? What do you say?
Is one of our veterans, Robert Osborne.
Oh, he's saying what color is green on this truck? To be honest, man, I couldn't even tell you because it's their own signature green that they did from Relarlo. This is the MK07. I would say it's closer to like a forest green.
Okay. How you liking that?
It's hard to really, man. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's a head turner for sure. People love it when I bring it out. I have done a bunch of stuff to it, but not necessarily needed all of that stuff, but adding a little bit of weight to it in the front, a little bit in the rear. I did do the aluminum axles on it. All of it was fairly cheap from it's like they're a Chinese manufacturer, so a lot of their stuff is going to be a little bit cheaper. You just got to have that weight to get the parts. Yeah. But I did their wheels, their axles, their brass up front, and their diff covers, and that's all I've done to it. And I put Mickey Thompson 2.2s on it. But yeah, I would say it's more of like a forest green. Kind of hard to really pinpoint that, but
let me present that to show it to Rob there real quick to Oz. Yep, there you go, Oz.
It's a fun truck to drive, man. That's for sure. All the little features and stuff it has.
And those wheels
the locking diffs and everything.
Yeah, we had Joe Exocase had it at the BTC. He was showing us, oh, look at all that shiny stuff there. Look at all that weight there. He was showing to us, it's crazy, all the lights. All the
lights are insane, man.
All the light options you have. It's just crazy on the stuff. What scale is that one, Jay?
1/7 scale.
1/7 scale. There you go, Eric. Oh, yeah. 1/7. Sweet. Well, guys, we're gonna start saying our goodbyes again. Trevor, what else you want to mention before we start saying our goodbye about the event that you want to tell let the people know?
Nothing really. Just have fun, respect the land, and leave your crappy attitude at home because we're not gonna put up with that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Check that on the gate.
Check that ego at the gate, son.
Yeah. Yep. I love that. That's the way to do it, brother. Awesome stuff. So, okay, guys. So let's start saying our goodbyes. Let's start with Jake.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep this short because I'm still tired. Long weekend. So thanks everyone for coming out, and we'll see you next Monday, right?
Yes, next Monday we will have, I think it's multiple Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Next Monday.
Nice.
Oh, guys, so multiple Monday. Go ahead, Josh.
Thanks for having me. Thanks everybody in the chat for stopping in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out, and I'll see you next Monday.
Go Tamia. Go ahead, Sean. Oh, Sean is trying to figure out what he's gonna do with that trailer.
Oh no, I figured that, so just hooking up the controller. So, everybody in the chat, thank you very much for taking the time to stop in and week out, showing the support to Operation 11 Charlie. Without guys like you in the hobby and like the support, 11 Charlie wouldn't be what it is. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, my brother. Well said, right there. Soren J.
Hey, another good live in the books. Appreciate the invite. Appreciate all the guys here in the chat here. Everybody watching out there in the chat out there. Shout out to the new inductees. It's a huge thing. Like I take this very personal, and I really love the camaraderie that we have, checking on each other, watching each other's back, making sure everybody's good. So appreciate that, and salute to everybody out there.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Soren J. Thank you for your service for this country. You're still doing out there, brother. Walkers RC said good night, guys. Another awesome hangout. Definitely need to join you guys. Let me know, Walkers. Looking forward to see you guys on Saturday. We got 7 induction ceremonies, man. 7 induction. Looking forward for that. Go ahead, Mr. Pezza.
Yo, I'm not muted, right? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, everybody that's in the chat, thank you again for hanging out with us. I've been looking back and forth. I got a lot of work ahead of me. I got a lot of stuff to build. Got some work stuff I got to handle, and this is pretty much my only free time. But thank you guys for being here. Everybody in the panel, I love you guys. As always, you're awesome. The brotherhood that we have, we can connect at any moment. And anybody that's new, like the inductees, again, big props to them. You know, everybody has a venture, and this is going to be a new one for you. And we're excited. We're just going to keep growing and spread the love. Trevor, every year you do this event. Every year I hear so many people how great it is compared to the year before. This year is not going to be any different. So I apologize that I'm not going to make it to the event, but I am looking forward to hearing everybody just talk and praise about what you have going on. So I'm super stoked, and brother, just keep it going. I can't wait, to make it. And then, I can share my own opinions, but I really look forward to meeting you in person. So
thanks, man. You too. Same.
Brother. Going back to that real quick, our newest members that we welcome, and they were out there with us at Axel Fest. Wes, welcome to the family, like the guy said, and to all our reps that works behind the scene, making sure that everything's okay for those veterans to come in, the setup and whatnot. We cannot thank you guys enough. I really enjoy that time, that driving towards the event, hanging out with our guys, getting there, setting up before the events, after the events, hanging out with those guys, knowing them more personal, right? In a personal way, and talking to them, knowing and listening to their story, and let them know that we are kind of struggling, all of us in this, and maybe in a different way, but we are there for each other. And that's what is more important, what Soren J said earlier. We're here for each other, checking up on each other 24/7. Don't hesitate and reaching out. We don't want to get that call, right? So that's why we're here for each other. We're here for each other 24/7, man. Dennis, go ahead, brother.
Javier, thanks for having me on the show. It's always a good time. Everybody in chat, thanks for joining in. All the new inductees, welcome to the family. It's a great organization to be part of. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Awesome. Definitely. Thank you, my brother. Trevor, go ahead, man.
Guys, thanks for having me on the show again. I always enjoy talking to you guys, meeting a few new ones here and there. I get on when I can to hang out with you guys on Mondays. I will be able to start doing that sooner now that my events will be over. If we don't follow each other on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, reach out to me so we can follow each other. Sarge, I'd like to get you on the podcast. Get you guys, all of you, on the podcast separated out, just so we can talk and have good conversations. You know what I mean? And further what you guys are doing personally and within Operation 11 Charlie, and get the word out to more. So again, guys, thanks for all the support and love, and I hope you feel that back from all of us over here. And I can't wait to meet the guys that face to face, and I can hug your face, and then we can hang out and have some laughs and share some stories.
Yes, yes. Much love,
Oh, yeah.
Trevor. You're always welcome, brother. You're part of the family. We cannot thank you guys enough for everything that you guys do for us, and being there for us. That's more important. Always welcome. Cannot stress it enough. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Next Monday we have multiple Monday. So we'll see you next Monday. Thank you guys, everybody on the chat. They're hanging up. Always giving the support to O11C. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you guys. Be safe. And